So today we're going to talk about subtraction, and I'm going to show you the two ways that we've been doing it in our class. So we've got the standard way that we've all learned before, but I'm first going to show you the expanded way that I've showed the students. The reason I like the expanded way is because it actually shows the students when we're regrouping what we're regrouping. It's just not digits we're putting up here. It actually shows the value of what we're regrouping. So if I take this problem, 1,543, and I write it in expanded form, this 1 is a 1,000, this 5 is a 500, this 4 is really a 40 because it's in the 10th house, and this 3 is 3 ones. I'm going to subtract from that. This 7 is 700. I'm going to line my hundreds up. This 5 is in the 10th house, so it's a 50. And my 4 ones are going to be lined up over here. Okay, so it's still the same number. It's just written out in its place values in expanded form. If I have 3 ones and I have 4 ones, I cannot say 3 take away 4. So I'm going to borrow a 10 from the 40. It becomes a 30. And I carry my 10 over that I took away, which makes this 13. 13 minus 4 is 9. Now I'm going to move to my 10th house. 30 minus 50 I cannot do, so I have to regroup again. I'm going to borrow 100 from my hundreds house. If I have 500 and I take 100 away, that makes 400. I took 100 away, so I'm going to carry it over. 100 plus the 30 I have is 130. So now 130 minus 50, 80. And if you don't know how to do that in your head, you can always cover up the zeros here. It's still a 13 and a 5. So 5 plus 8 makes a 13, and then you can add your 0 down. Now I have 400 minus 700. Again, I have to borrow. I'm going to borrow 1,000 from the thousands house, so that turns to a 0. And I carry the 1,000 over that I borrowed. I had 400 here. I regroup it as 1,400. Okay, 1,400, subtract 700. Again, cover up your zeros. Just ignore them. 14 minus 7, 7, but it's really 700. So if we crunch this number back together, this is 789. And I tell the students, too, that this is 1,543. This all up here, if I re-added that back up, I'm going to get the same number. It's just regrouped differently. Same number, it's just been regrouped into a different way. So if we look at it in the standard way that we've all learned how to do it, 3 minus 4 we can't do. We borrow 1 from the 4, it becomes a 3. This becomes a 13. Notice our 13 and our 13 are the same. 13 minus 4 is 9. 3 minus 5 we cannot do. Borrow 1 from the 5, it becomes a 4. Carry your 1 over, 13. 13 minus 5, again, same thing, 130 minus 50, because we're in the tens house. So 13 minus 5 is 80, or 8. 4 minus 7 you can't do. Borrow 1 here, becomes a 0. Carry that over. 14 minus 7 is 7. So we get the same number. It's just that this way shows the students that this is 14 in the hundreds house, so 1,400. 13 in the tens house, 130, 13 ones, 13. So that's subtraction in both standard and expanded.